Foxtrot Bravo Bravo, pull up and go around.
Go around, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Tower India Echo Lima, downwind 13, touch and go.
India Echo Lima number 3, follow Cessna left base, turning 1 mile final.
India Echo Lima.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo Tower, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land runway 13.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, change of plans, crossover midfield, join right downwind runway 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, crossover midfield, join the right downwind for 13.
Greetings once again. This is going to be leg 3 of the Fraser River, the Great Fraser River Run. Welcome to Dane Sim Air. And this is where we left off on the end of leg 2. Let's see, Bubba is with me again. Bubba the Bulldog is with us on this flight. And we're still in the trusty Icon A5. We are at McBride Regional Airport. And I'll show you on the map what we are planning to do. So here we are at McBride. We are going to be following again. Leg 3 takes us on a 293 degree trajectory up along the Fraser River and the Trans-Canada Highway, which is Highway 16, also known as a Yellowhead Highway. It will be on our left, and we're going to go all the way around here, follow the river. But actually what I think I'd like to do for just a little bit of a change is when we get to, what's this called? Capra Peak. Capra Peak. I think what I'd like to do is follow the highway around Sugar Bowl Grizzly Den Provincial Park. Follow that around. We're going to be going just south of, along the south coast or south shore of Pruden Lake. And if we follow that highway, there's a VOR we could tune in just as a reference. And we could possibly land on runway, use that ILS and come in on runway 15. Depends on the winds, of course. So if we did come in on 15, when we get to the VOR, as we cross over the VOR, we'll make a right turn to join a left downwind. A left downwind. So this is Tabor Lake. So that'll be our, we should be over Tabor Lake as we proceed on our left downwind. Okay, so let's get going. As I said before, leg 2 is 45 minutes and we don't want to make it any longer than that. So I have topped up with fuel from these fuel pumps right here. So that's all good. So let's get the aircraft started. Master battery is on. Lights are on. Landing gear is where it should be. Water rudder is up. Fuel valve needs to be opened, which it now is. And we just want to make sure our parking brake is on, which it is. Okay, we're going to go to an engine start. We're going to turn our strobe lights on, nav lights on, and we're going to do an ignition start. There we are, we've got a good start. Throttle 2000. Oil pressure is good, temperature is coming up, that's all good. Annunciator lights are out, which is good. Our altimeter is set to the elevation of the airport. It's all good. What else do we need to do? Let's do a quick run up. Increase RPMs to 4,000. RPM. Check the right mag first. Wasn't much of a drop at all. Check the left mag. Same thing, not much of a drop at all. Annunciator panel is out. Engine instruments all look good. Go back to idle, 1500. One thing we should do if we're going to be using that VOR at McBride, not McBride, but at Prince George Airport, we should tune in the frequency for both the VOR and the ILS in case we're going to use it. So 112.3 for the VOR, 12.3, and the ILS is, what is the ILS? 109.5. So 112.3 and 109.5. 112.3 and 109.5. So we'll just tune in 112.3. And we'll tune in 109.5. So those should be tuned in. Okay. Now let's continue with our... We finished our run-up. We can actually get ready to take off. We do not need flaps. We need to make sure the trim is in the right position for takeoff. The winds are nowhere near what they were when we landed on the end of leg 2. Taxi lights on, landing lights on, because I like to have all the lights on. Let's taxi over this grass to the runway. I should call out on the CTAF frequency. McBride traffic. This is icon A5. Taxiing out to threshold of runway 30 for a straight out departure. McBride traffic. Okay, this all looks good. We are just check the checklist one more time. A briefing on the takeoff. We're going to rotate at 50 knots. Landing gear will come up. Flaps will be stowed. Well, we're not using flaps on this takeoff. And we'll climb out at about 60 knots. So, with that said, let's just get this aircraft in the air. We have 50 knots, we can rotate. We are airborne. Tap the brakes to stop the wheels from turning and retract the gear. Gear is coming up. Gear is up. Flaps were not used. And we'll climb out at 70 knots. A little bit more than they say that you need. Let's see, we're at about 3,500 feet right now. Let's see where the river is. Okay, that's the highway. And we want to follow foothills of this mountain range here. Now this is the Silverhorn mountain range right here. Actually, this is Bell Mountain right here. This is Bell Mountain, and this is Silverhorn range. So we're going to be following the highway, as I said we would be, instead of the river, just for a change. On this leg, anyway. So we can reduce our RPMs because they are too high. Reduce it down to about 5,300. So the highway, let's see. That is a highway over there, but that's not the Trans-Canada Highway. That's not the one we're following. The one we're following is right here. That's the Trans-Canada Highway. And it is to, I guess you would call it the south of the river, because we're actually heading up on a westerly direction. So let's get ourselves over closer to the highway so we can follow it. I'll just show you on the map where we are. So there we are, and we're following just to the right of the highway. And this is the West Twin Provincial Park that's coming up shortly. Let's get back and have a look and see where that West Twin Provincial Park is. So this is the Twin Parks right here that we're coming up to. Actually, when I look at the map, this is the twin right here. These are the twins right here, and this is the provincial park right in here. Yep. We've lost sight of the highway, so I need to move a little bit over to the south to pick up that highway again. Not that we can get lost in the valley. It's impossible to get lost because you've got mountain ranges on both sides of you. But I would like to track along the highway. So there's the highway right there. And the river to our right. In fact, there's part of the river there, doing its winding direction. Let's just do an engine check here. So temperature is in the green, pressure is in the green, water temperature is in the green. We've got lots of fuel, and I'd say we are doing quite well. It's a highway to our left. I'll just give you another shot of the map to show you what we're doing. So you can see we're coming along and getting close to the point where we'll be turning. We'll be following the highway to the left as it goes to the left, or goes south actually. We're not going to follow the river. So let's go back to the airplane. So where are we right now? We are have a look out the nose of the aircraft. The river is to our right, and the highway, not quite seeing it. Oh, there it is there. There it is there. But then it gets lost. It gets lost in amongst these trees here. But that's okay, we'll pick it up again. I think what we'll do is we'll gain a little bit of altitude. We make sure we pick up that VOR. It's kind of nice to track in on the VOR because we're going to use it as our point of entering the left downwind for Prince George. Looks like we are beginning to pick up the VOR. Yep, we are. Well, that's a good sign. Let's level off up here. Nice day for flying. A few clouds in the sky. Yeah, just checking my checklist is what I'm just doing right now, actually, so that's why I kind of went quiet on you. We've got some clouds coming up here. We're not supposed to fly in them, so we better get ourselves around through the middle, and I think we'll descend a little bit here. VFR does not allow lights through clouds, so let's get ourselves down fairly quickly. There we are. I think we're safe now. We haven't lost sight of the highway, it's still right there. Okay, doing good. Let me just check the map. The elevation for Prince George is 2,000, almost 2,300. And yeah, we're going to use runway 15. It actually has a magnetic heading of 153. Warning, connection lost. No, that went away quickly. I guess we're okay. No, that's keeps second time it's come on. Okay, I guess we're okay. Okay, then move away. Alright, let's see where we are as far as the highway goes. Highway is just to our left, which is exactly where we want it. This is the Capra Mountain right here. That's where we're passing by. And the big one up further up here is the Sugar Bowl Grizzly Den Provincial Park. Show you on the map what's happening. You can see we're making good headway. Let's just zoom out. There's the Sugar Bowl Grizzly Den Provincial Park. And that's basically what and then we're going to follow the highway around here to the VOR. So let's go back to the aircraft. So this is the Sugar Bowl Grizzly Den Provincial Park. I guess it's a den for the grizzly bears. And let's find the highway. Can't quite see it there. I think it's because we're right on top of it. Yeah, we were. There it is there. Alright, let's see what the VOR is showing us. See whether it's tracking in on the VOR. Let's enter the CDI on the VOR and see what it shows. Yeah, that's the VOR. Check the Morse code. Well, we're not picking up a Morse code. That's okay. That is the VOR. No, we want VOR 1, that's what we want. Okay. So all we really have to do is follow the highway. Impossible to get lost. Can't really see the highway, but it's right down here. And that's the Grizzly Bear Den. Mountain. There's a highway up ahead of us. The river should be to our right. And that river is going to go straight west. But we are going to go a little bit more southwest. We follow this highway up here. Just see the map, see what it's showing. I need to capture where the aircraft is on the map. Oh, there it is there. Okay, so we're getting up to the point where so you can see the river is moving off this way, or it's not moving off, it's continuing that way. But we're going to be going a little bit more south now. And there's Prudent Lake. And the VOR straight ahead of us. So let's flip back to the aircraft and see what we can find. So I would say there's the highway, and there's Prudent Lake. Looks like one more quick look at the map. I just want to point something out. It looks like a boot on its side, like there's the heel of the boot, there's the toe of the boot, and there's the leg of the boot. So we're coming in along that highway right by the toe. And then once we get to Prudent Lake, we want to fly directly to the VOR rather than follow, well, no, we'll follow the highway, but we'll keep track of the VOR. Now you can see there's the heel of the boot back there. There's the toe of the boot. And there's the leg of the boot. So we are right on course, we are not lost, which is a good thing. Highway's down there. Let's see what the VOR says here. Let's center the needle on the VOR. The heading of 250 degrees would take us to the VOR, but we're not really going direct to the VOR. We're going to just follow the highway. Let's do a quick engine check. Instrument check. Oil temperature is good. Pressure is good. Water temperature is good. RPMs are a little high. We should lower the RPMs. Yeah, RPMs were a little high. Landing gear is up. Flaps are up. Everything looks good to me. Alright, let's head a little bit more southerly now. More south-southwest, not southerly as in 180. But southerly southwest as in about 220, 230, 240. And let's zero the CDI on the... Yep, so if we turn, there's a zeroed in on the CDI. If we follow that, that'll take us right to the VOR. And the heading log is set for runway 15 right there, so I'm going to leave that there. We are 20.5 nautical miles from the VOR. All looking good. "19 nautical miles from the VOR. We're right over our boot, Pruden Lake. There's the heel of the boot, there's the toe of the boot, and we're flying up on the leg. I should have done a touch and go in the lake. Oh well, too late now. Too late now. Yeah, we want to fly at 249 degrees to go right to the VOR. Look at that red earth over there. Just looking on the map, there's no designation for what it might be. No, there's no designation as to what it might be. Still on track, 249 degrees, heading straight to the VOR. We're 15.5 nautical miles from the VOR. That's the highway coming through here. So, just a reminder of what I said. Go back to the map for a quick minute. There we are. When we cross, the minute we cross the VOR, we'll prepare to turn on a heading of 330, which will be left downwind for runway 150. We'll go over Tabor Lake, and that'll be our excuse me, that'll be our midpoint of our downwind. And then we'll turn base, pick up the ILS, and come into runway 15. That is the plan, and let's try to stick to it as much as we can. We are now 13 nautical miles from the VOR. It also reports that right here, 13 nautical miles, CYXS, which is the Prince George VOR. Nautical miles. There's a small river running down there. That's not part of the Fraser River. That's, what is that? That's actually called the Bull Run. B-O-W-R-O-N, the Bull Run River. I think we veered off. We didn't keep our 249 degree. Yeah, we need to come back on track for the VOR. There we are. We're back on track for the VOR. That's what happens when you start looking at maps and not paying attention. Gotta pay attention. What is it? Aviate, navigate, and then communicate. So we are at just above 4,000 feet. And what did I say the elevation of the airport was? Almost 2,300. Just out of curiosity, let's see what the top of descent tells us. CYXS. CYXS. Descent. Descend 3 nautical miles from CYXS and 15 nautical miles from 4,200 to 1,500. Okay. Let's get back on track again. You see what happens? You don't pay attention, you get off track. Gotta get on track. Here we are, 249 degrees. We have 8 nautical miles to go. The VOR. We should be crossing over a river at some point. That might be it there. It crosses over the it goes under the highway, which it is right there. That's the highway there, that's the river there. Yep. Right on track. That's the 1.5 nautical miles to the BOR. Nautical mile, but bear in mind we are at 4,800 feet, so any moment now that VOR is going to swing. There we go. VOR is swinging. And there is Prudent Lake, or Tabor Lake ahead of us. And that's where we need to turn onto our downwind. So let's take up a heading of 333. Let's just stay away from those clouds for a little bit though. And let's swap over to the ILS, which I've just done. ILS CYXS. It's 6 nautical miles from where we are. Now let's get on to a... No, let's not turn just yet. Let's get over Tabor Lake first. Then we'll turn on to our downwind leg. Okay, we need to lose some altitude because of these clouds. So let's get ourselves down pretty fast. Pretty heavy cloud right there. Let's get ourselves down pretty fast. Alright, let's now turn to 333. Ooh, we got some nasty clouds up ahead of us. Not looking so good. Let's get a METAR on let's see there. We need to turn to 333, and that'll give us a correct downwind trajectory. So, the airport is right there. That's runway 15. There's part of the river there. And that is the Fraser River that has now worked its way from way up here and it's come back down. So what I'm going to do now is make a left turn as soon as I cross over the highway, which is right here. I'm going to make a left turn to what will be left base for runway 13 and pick up the ILS into 13. No, not 13, 15. Runway 15, not runway 13. Alright, we're on our left base right now. Let's do our checks. Landing lights are on. Water rudders are up. Landing gear is down. It's in transit. It's now down. Locked. Can have a very, very quick look at the map. So we came in here, we got to the VOR. I started to make a turn, then realized I shouldn't turn yet, so I straightened back out. Wait till I got to Tabor Lake. Then I turned onto my left downwind. Crossed over the highway. And I'm now on a very long left base to pick up this 153 ILS into runway 15. That's the plan. I am at 3,200, which is fine. Airport elevation is 2,300. So that's all good. Just continue with our pre-landing trek. Landing gear is down, water rudders are up. Flaps are going to be set to 15 degrees. And let's see if we can see the airport. We're a little low to see it here, a little far away. We are 3 nautical miles from the ILS, from the runway. There is the approach lights right there for runway 15. Let's start making a 45-degree interception turn to pick up that ILS. Let's watch this. Let's watch the scope. A little bit more of a turn, probably want about 210 degrees. And that's CDI needle. Should start to come in any moment now. Start losing a bit more altitude. Yeah, we're just keeping an eye on the CDI needle. And we need to lose some more altitude. There is a needle is coming in fast. So let's turn on course to 153. We probably overshot it. Not by much though. Okay. 15 degrees flaps is all we need for landing. Water landing, you need 30 degrees flaps. Looking good. 70 knots. We're just a touch low, but that's okay.
500.
A little gusty right here as well. Looks like the winds are actually a left crosswind again, and it's 7 to 9 knots. There's a little bit of gustiness happening, but we shall try to make it work. I'm going to lower my speed to about 60 now. Actually, I'm going to land long. I'm not going to land just yet. I'm going to go down the run. Oh, some birds just flew across. Just going to go down a little bit further to touchdown. I'll touch down. Let's start coming down a bit now. Yeah, I should have touched down sooner. Okay, let's see if we can make this a little bit better landing. Oh, that was nice. 86. I just missed a turn off, but there's no traffic behind me, so we can turn around and let's just stop here and button up the aircraft a little bit. So we want taxi lights on, we can turn our landing lights off. Flaps need to be brought back up and stowed. Strobe lights can come off. Well, we'll leave them on right now. Let's come in. Let's come in and park. Yeah, we'll park right here. I'll just swing out and then swing back in. Yeah, that should do it right here. Okay, let's begin to shut down. Yeah, so that was an 86. 86 on the touchdown rate. We pulled 1.1 G and there were no bounces. Alright, parking brake set. Mags can come off. Fuel valve can be closed. Taxi lights off, strobes off, nav lights off, master battery off. And that completes now completes leg 3. So thank you very much for watching. That was a good flight. It was kind of a fun flight. I enjoyed it. I liked following the highway a little bit more than the river, but we've got a lot of river ahead of us, so whenever we can diverge off the river and do something else, that just makes it interesting. So, that being said, that concludes leg 3. We'll see you at leg 4. Take care. Thanks for watching. Dane Simir.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo, pull up and go around.
Go around, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Tower India Echo Lima, downwind 13, touch and go.
India Echo Lima number 3, follow Cessna left base, turning 1 mile final.
India Echo Lima.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo Tower, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Charlie Zulu November number, clear to land runway 13.
Show zone number, clear to land 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, change of plans, cross over midfield, join right downwind runway 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, cross over midfield, join the right downwind for 13.